Good morning, my dear students. I welcome you all in this session. Today we will start with SS lesson number 5. Name of the lesson is India's Agriculture, Industry and Transportation. India is an agricultural country. About 70% of the people are engaged in agricultural activities. The prosperity of the country is based on the development of agriculture. Different types of crops are grown in India. Crops grown are useful either for food or for industries. Agriculture has progressed by leaps and bounds after independence. Now India is guiding the developing nations in industrial technology. First we see the agriculture in India. First topic is agriculture. Now let's see which type of agriculture is done in India. First is normal or unirrigated agriculture. The agriculture which is dependent on monsoon is called the normal or unirrigated agriculture. In that, which type of crops are grown, children? Sorghum, millet. Millet are grown in arid regions. Sorghum is growing in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Millet is grown in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Rajasthan is the largest producer of bajra in India. Millet means bajri. You can see over here the map is given, the key is given: sorghum, millet, corn, groundnut, wheat, sugarcane, cotton, jute, rice, tea. These many products are grown in India, and at which places the particular crop is grown, you can see over here the pictures are given in the map in all the states. Map of agriculture in India. India holds the first position in the cultivation of millet. In bajri production, India is at the first position. Now next crop is corn. Corn is used as grain and as fodder for animals. It is mainly grown in Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Next crop grown in India is groundnut. Requires less rain to grow. Gujarat is the leading producer of groundnut in India. It is also grown in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. 50% of the edible oil is extracted from groundnut. Now next topic is dry farming. That was normal farming or unirrigated farming. Now number 2 is dry farming. What do you mean by dry farming? During the monsoon season, water is collected in low-lying areas. Dry farming practiced in such areas. Wheat grows well in such areas. Third one is irrigation farming. What do you mean by irrigation farming? The land where the farming is done through irrigation, wells, lakes, canals, etc. are called as irrigation farming. In India, on 30% of land, irrigation farming is carried out. In that, which type of crops are grown? First is sugarcane. India is a leading producer of sugarcane in the world. Hot and humid climate is favorable for sugarcane. Sugarcane is grown in Punjab, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Haryana and Tamil Nadu. In India, these many states are producing sugarcane. Next, cotton. Cotton crop takes 6 to 8 months to get ready. Sky should be clear when it is harvested. It is mainly grown in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Haryana and Punjab. Punjab is a leading producer of wheat. It is called the wheat bowl of India. Very important, children, this sentence. It is asked in any competitive exams also. It is called the wheat bowl of India. Punjab is called the wheat bowl of India. Besides Punjab, it is grown in Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Bhalia wheat of Bhal region in Gujarat is very famous. Oil is extracted from cotton seeds. It is called cotton seed oil. Next, jute production. You can see over here the jute, how it is produced. It is given. Jute crops take 8 to 10 months to get ready. The harvested stems of the jute fiber is first tied together and soaked in water to soften. The fibers are then stripped from the stalks in long strands and washed in clear running water. Then they are hung up or spread on thatched roofs to dry. Jute is grown in West Bengal, Assam, Bihar and Orissa. Paddy. Paddy means rice. Paddy is an important crop of India. It is the staple diet of most of the Indians. It is grown in West Bengal, Bihar, Punjab, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. South Indians mostly prefer rice as their staple food. Next topic is plantations. When certain crops are grown in the garden method and taken care of as garden, it is called as plantation. It includes tea, coffee, fruit orchards, vegetables, coconut palms, etc. You can see over here the tea plantation picture is given. It is in the form of garden, rows are there. Tea is grown on the slopes of the mountains where the forests are cleared. Waterlogging near the roots of the tea plants is harmful for the plantation. That is why it is grown on the mountain slopes. Tea doesn't require more water, so it is not planted on the flat land, it is planted on the slopes of the mountain so that water drains out. It does not get logged. Assam produces maximum tea. Besides Assam, tea is produced in West Bengal, Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. India is a leading producer of tea in the world. Discovery of coffee plant. Kaldi daily took his goats for grazing. He was fed up with the frolicking of goats. One day he ate the fruit of the plant which his goats were eating, and he also felt fresh. Thus he introduced coffee to the world, and coffee is produced in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. How coffee plant was discovered? It was the food of the goats. Now next, irrigation. Monsoon in India is irregular and uncertain. Most of the states experience scanty rainfall for a short period of time. Due to uncertain rainfall, more than one crop is rarely grown on an entire portion of the land. Hence, to increase agricultural production, irrigation is necessary. You can see over here the irrigation of India. The map is given. Rivers and dam. River and dam, you can see over here the key. Where are the dams? Red color. And the name of the dams are also given. And name of the rivers are also given. The length of the Indira Canal is 9,425 km. It is the longest canal project of the world. It is because of this canal that the barren land of Rajasthan has become fertile for farming. You can see over here the Indira Canal picture is given over here. Industries are classified into 3 types on the basis of investment, number of employees and quantity of production. 3 types of industries: cottage industries, small scale industries and heavy industries. Now first we start with the cottage industry. When people make things at home in which the investment is very low, like incense stick, papad, furniture, pickle, etc., is called cottage industries. Means at home the products are made without any place required, means without any factory place required, shade required. At home, small scale they can do at home. Second number is small scale industry. The small scale industry consists of factory, some machinery, some workers, and in which investment is more than cottage industry. In small scale industries, toys, TV, refrigerator, plastic items are made. Now the third one is heavy industry. Heavy industries are those industries in which big factory, big machinery and large number of workers work. It requires heavy investment, so it is called heavy industry. It includes iron and steel, motor car, cement, etc. Even medicines. You can see over here the India's industries map is given over here. The key is there, cotton cloth. This type of mark is there, cotton cloth, iron and steel, then woolen textiles where the red dot is there, woolen factories are there, sugar factory where red square is there, cement where triangle, cement color triangle is there, petrochemicals industries where this type of mark is given, paper where paper factories are there, industries are there, jute with green color box square, and chemical fertilizer, this type of mark. You can see over here in the map everything is given, which type of industries are situated in which state and which place. Now cotton clothes industries. Required to make cotton cloth, the cultivation of which crop leads to the development of the cotton cloth industry. The cotton textile industries has developed in Ahmedabad, Surat, Mumbai and Coimbatore. Woolen industry. The industry was started as a cottage industry and now it has developed into an important big industry. It has developed in Punjab, main center in Ludhiana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, in Jamnagar and Ahmedabad and Haryana. Sugar industries, which crop is required to prepare sugar? Sugarcane juice is required to make sugar. Sugar industry is developed in Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Next, cement industry in India. In recent years, the cement industry has rapidly developed in India. The states like Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, etc. are known for cement industry. Paper industry. Paper is used daily by everyone. In India, the paper mills are situated in West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. Paper used in newspapers is made in Nepanagar, Madhya Pradesh. Very important point, children. Where the paper used, only the paper used for newspaper is made in which, at which place? Nepanagar in which state? Madhya Pradesh. Currency note paper is made in Hosangabad. Currency means rupees. You are using currency note paper. That paper is used in Hosangabad and Devas. Iron and steel industries, from small nails to huge machinery and their spare parts, everything is made by the iron and steel industries. Iron and steel industries in India are located in Bhilai, that is in Madhya Pradesh, Bokro, Bihar, Bhadravati in Karnataka and Jamshedpur, Jharkhand, etc. Jamshedji Tata is known as the father of iron and steel industry. Very important, children, this point, that Ratan Tata, Jamshedji Tata is known as the father of iron and steel industries. Jute industry. Jute cloth, gunny bags, jute bags, etc. are made from jute fibers. Nowadays, the demand for gunny bags and jute bags have reduced in this place. Its place, bags made from artificial fibers are in demand. Petrochemicals industries, mineral oil is extracted from the interior of the earth. There are many components in mineral oil. Different components are separated after its purification to get kerosene, diesel, petrol, tar, coal, etc. This industry is dependent on mineral oil. The refineries in Vadodara, Jamnagar, Mumbai, Visakhapatnam, Chennai, etc. purify mineral oil. The dyeing and the pharmaceutical industries are the parts of the petrochemical industry. Various chemicals like soda ash, petrochemicals, etc. are produced as a part of the dyeing and the pharmaceutical industry. Today, chemical fertilizers are used more in agriculture. The chemical fertilizer factories are located at Kalol, Vadodara, Sindri, Mumbai, Gorakhpur and Durgapur. Now, transportation in India. Roads and transportation are not only used by man to transport goods from one place to another, but also to bring the people nearer to each other. It helps in promoting the unity of the nation. There are roadways, airways, railways and waterways in India. It has developed good. Along with them, ropeways are also used. Pipelines are used to transport liquids. You can see over here the map of the roadways of India is given. National highway with green lines, golden quadrilateral with red lines and national highway numbers are also given. Now you can see over here the roadways. You can see over here the village road picture is given. Roadways are a unique feature of a nation and are equally beneficial. Roads are constructed to connect villages and provide facilities of transportation to the villages. Road web of India is the biggest one of the world. Village road, district road, state highway and national highway. Roadways is classified into 4 types. Village road connects a village with the main city of the taluka or district, main city. District road connects the major regions and cities with the taluka roads. State highways connect the state capital with the district headquarters and important cities, whereas national highways connect most important highway. It connects one state with the another state. It connects the main cities, ports, administrative headquarters, etc. There are approximately 50 national highways. You can see over here all the pictures of district road, state highway and national highway is given. National highway number 7 is the longest highway of India. Very important point, children, keep in mind. It extends from Varanasi to Kanyakumari, from north to south. National highway number 35 connects Kolkata to Bongyon, the city near the border of Bangladesh, means east to west. In the photographs given above, the milestones had the top color green and yellow. You can see over here. Here it is green color and it is yellow color. Green color indicates state highway and yellow color indicates national highway. This is general knowledge, children. You should keep in mind you are traveling a lot. You should come to know that which type of milestone is there and on which highway we are traveling. Golden Quadrilateral Highway is under construction in India. It will join the metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata and Chennai. Its length would be 5,846 kilometers. There won't be any railway crossing, but 75 over bridges would be constructed. You can see over here metro, train, railways picture is given. Now we start with the railway transportation. Indian railways are a very important mode of transportation. Many people travel together at a time. Goods in bulk quantity can be transported together. Traveling has become faster, and today instead of coal, diesel or electric engines are used, and there are metro rails in Delhi and Kolkata even. Now next transportation is waterways. You can see over here the picture is given. In India, waterways are the most important and inexpensive mode of transportation in India. The Ganga, the Brahmaputra are perennial rivers. Hence, steamers, boats are used to transport passengers and goods throughout the year. International trade and traveling for pleasure can be carried out via the waterways. Now, airways. In the present times, airways are used to reach from one place to another within a short span of time. Airports are constructed for the safe takeoff and landing of the aeroplanes. International airports are located in Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai and Thiruvananthapuram. Indian Airlines provides the services for domestic travel and Air India provides the service for international travel. Apart from this, private airlines also function as an important means of travel by air. You can see over here the Air India's flight is given, picture is given. Now, And next transportation is ropeways. In the mountainous region where roads or rails cannot be constructed, then there ropeways are constructed. You can see over here the picture of ropeway. It is there in the Pavagadh, it is there in Ambaji. Ropeways are constructed so that easily you can climb the mountain, and one who are not able to climb, they can go by the means of ropeways. Ropeways are constructed at Rajgir in Bihar and in many places of the Himalayas. Even in Gujarat we have ropeways in Pavagadh, Ambaji, etc.